Hi guys, welcome to my video. My name is Nomin. I'm a certified coach. In today's topic, I am going to talk about money. As I coach so many people in last 2 years, as soon as they want to make changes in their life, I am noticing that money is on top of their mind. People are worried about their safety. People are worried about their future. People are worried about their loved ones. Are they going to be okay? In today's episode, we are going to talk about money. Money as an energy. When you hear a lot of people talking about money, financial experts, they always talk about technical details. They always talk about where do you invest, what do you buy, how do you set yourself financially. As we listen to their advices, they sound amazing if we follow the steps that they're doing. But for some reason, we are realizing that we're not doing any of those steps. We are still avoiding to look at the bank statements. We're still avoiding to look at what are the other ways I can make income. And we are still feeling not safe about our finances. I want to approach this from a different angle. I want to take a look at a life from a life coaching perspective. There is a reason why you're not taking any actions for your finances. Everything in this planet, everything that we see is an energy. And so does money. Money has an energy. Money has its own unique energy. Money has its own rhythm. If you pay attention to your life, about history of your finances, if you see the pattern, you'll realize there was a time in your life when you were making money, when you were abandoned, when you felt abandoned when it comes to money, when you felt like everything is going well, the finances are coming fine, it's good, it feels good, I feel safe. But there is a time in your life where you have constant pressure of wanting more money. There is a constant pressure of around the financial security that you have. So if you notice carefully, it's the same in every single person's life. It's the same trajectory in any company's history. There's a time when they fail. There's a time when there's success. There is operating successfully. Why? It's all because of the money energy. So now that we know that money comes in and goes out, our job is to accept the truth, accept the rules of the universe, accept how the life unfolds on its own. When there is a time where money is flowing, our job is to take actions. A lot of people, financial experts, call it opportunities. When opportunities arise, you have to be in the right time, ready to take actions. Companies who are doing successfully, there are so many people who did good in investing because they were at the right place at the right time. When the opportunity came, they grabbed the opportunity, right? That's the story we hear all the time. But that's only because there was a time for this person, this company's life, for the money to come in. However, we can't ignore, we cannot avoid a time period. Money doesn't come to our life naturally. Money doesn't flow. That is the time where we have to hold, sit tight, and learn. That's the time we prepare ourselves for the next flow to happen. If we're spending this time regretting, blaming, shaming, worrying, stressing, we're not ready. We're not preparing ourselves for the next wave. So our job, I want you to listen. You might be in a different trajectory. You might be in a different point in our lives compared to your coworkers, compared to your relatives, compared to people in social media. So if we can be forgiving to ourselves, if we can be understanding to the rules on and nature of life, it helps us to be more forgiving and understanding, and gives us a time to work on our mindset, our health, our mentality, our responses, anxiety around the money. So now I'm going to talk about 4 different types of mindsets people have around the money. 4 different types of anxiety that they have around the money. And it's very important to find out what kind of anxiety you have. It's very important to name it and address it, shift it, to rewire your brain, to rewire the physical conditions that you have around the money. Money avoidance. Money avoidance is very common type of response people have. You simply avoid talking about it. You simply avoid dealing with it. You don't want to think about it. But deep inside, it worries you. Deep inside, you're stressed about it. You're concerned about it, but you're not doing any actions. So when it comes to looking at other people making money, you say people are greedy, you don't need more money is not that important. People who are making more money are all corrupted, rich people are bad. These are the sentences that you hear yourself saying. The second type of money mindset people have is money worship. Money can solve all my problems. Only if I had more money, I would do this. Only if I had more money, only if I was rich, I would solve my problem. I would be so happy. So, main message that you hear yourself saying is money equals happiness. Unfortunately, you might be thinking, I don't have enough money. I might never have enough money. Therefore, I will never ever be happy. And if you find yourself having the story around money worshipping, then it's important to acknowledge it. I will tell you, it is not you, it's a part of you that believes in that story, and we can change that. Third group of people who thinks money as their status, money status. Your net worth equals your self-worth. When you have lots of money, you're powerful, you can affect people's mind, you make changes, and your success is measured by how much money do you have. It's very common for people to believe that if you have lots of money, then I admire you, you must be a hardworking person, you have all my respect, and only if I have that power, people will look at me properly, people will respect me. Associating the money with power. And if that's resonating with you, it's important to acknowledge it and name it. And the fourth and last group that I'm going to share is money vigilance. Money vigilance mindset is a type where you think money should be saved. It's important to save for rainy days. You have to be very careful and alert with money. You should buy the cheapest stuff, and it's absolutely normal to have any of those mindsets because that is not you, that is a part of you that believes in the story based on what you've been told, based on what you've been demonstrated. So it is absolutely normal. It's absolutely normal human experience. I want to give you some time. I want you to stop the video and really think about it. You can close your eyes, you can write it down, and think about which group you resonate with the most. It can be different types. It can go anywhere in between 4 different groups that I just named. It's just a framework that I'm giving you to help, but it's important to catch the story that's circling in your mind that becomes your story around the money, so you can work on it. Let's ask yourself, what circumstances taught you this? Why it came to your mind? Why it became your story? Next, I want you to ask yourself, is this still true? Is it still true that money equals happiness? Is it still true that if you have more money, that people will actually love you more? Is it still true that if you look great on the outside, parents will love you more? I want you to spend some time, and these are very important coaching questions that can reframe the mindset you've been carrying for your entire life. This can be different for every single person, and I want to invite you to sit with me to have this coaching call. It's absolutely free, entirely free for the first time. I'm very generous with my time for now. I'm offering 1 hour of coaching call. If you go to my website, coachnomin.com, and say get started and book a time with me, we'll have a Zoom call and we'll talk, unwrap all the story that you have and help you reframe, help you take actions to reframe, change your narrative, change your story. And lastly, I want to say money gratitude is so important. Money gratitude will help you appreciating what you can wear, appreciating for the fact that you can afford the place that you are renting, staying, appreciate the life that you have today, appreciating for the money that you were given and will be given in the future. It can change your life, it can change the financial worries. Okay, that is the end of my session today. I'm so happy that I was able to share the knowledge that I have, experiences that I have, and I have so many other techniques and tools that I learned from my experience working at KPMG, working in finance, working for accounting, and sitting with a lot of people doing coaching calls. And I'll be happy to work with you. If you want to hear more about this, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video.